Welcome back. You're still watching Morning Rush on Metro Television. This morning we are looking at social engineering, what it is, the techniques and the method. And we have Mohammed Muftau Dakpo, who is the information security practitioner and a technology trainer of Okori's system. Good morning. How are you?
Very well.
It's good to have you. Mohammed and Dakpo, Muslim ever. Yes. But we'll talk about that later. This morning we are looking at social engineering. It's my first time hearing that, but then reading a little bit about it, it's quite engineering. So for viewers' sake, let's start by explaining what it is. Okay.
First and foremost, let me say good morning to everybody watching.
Morning.
And good morning to my colleagues at Okori Systems Limited. Okay. So social engineering, yes, I know engineering makes it look like so
it looks like
wow thing, no, but this is where people kind of use deceptive means to try to get us, innocent people like us, to divulge usually personal information that on a regular day you wouldn't say. If I were to ask how much was in your bank account currently, would you tell me?
No.
Would you?
No, wouldn't.
Yes. No. So if I socially engineer you, if I play on your psyche and your psychology, I may get you to divulge such information.
Okay.
So that's basically what social engineering is about.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So we can say that human mistakes, human errors can cause social engineering.
Yes, for the most part, because that is all it takes.
Okay.
Until I get through to you, I won't know anything. Right?
Wow.
Yes.
Other types?
Yes, so many things make up social engineering.
Okay.
Yes.
What are some of the things?
We call something phishing, right? Where usually you would get an unsolicited email. So it looks juicy, like you'd get an email saying that click here to register and win a prize.
Yes,
a lot of times we've seen, I'll try not to mention it, but you see XYZ company is giving away full vouchers. Click here to redeem yours. XYZ is giving away free food. Send this to 20 groups, click on this link, and you get that and all of those. Now, you see, the funny thing is, the moment you click on these links, what you don't know is that somebody is hiding or lurking in the dark and harvesting your credentials. Usually, they'll say, type your email address, right?
Yeah.
So in your mind, I'm creating an account. So you type the email address, type a password. Guess what? What you are typing as password, that is in asterisk, in the back, it is showing in clear text for the person.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So clicking on these links, these very malicious links, can lead to that. That is one of them, phishing. Okay. Sometimes when people add the phone that we use to try and socially engineer people, we say vishing, V-I-S-H-I-N-G.
Okay.
So I call you purporting to be from your bank, or from your telecom company, or from some business entity you have.
These mobile money guys who call you.
Well, you are saying mobile money.
It's mobile
yes.
money.
A lot of times we have people on these e-money platforms saying that they are from here and they are from there. And unfortunately, people kind of agree with them and then divulge information. You get people purporting to be calling from your banks. And then they tell you you have one more day to link your Ghana card, blah, blah, blah. So I'm sending you a link right away. Click on it and then fill out this form. Unfortunately, for an uncle to somebody I know personally, he did something like that. Next thing, 35,000 cedis gone.
From the bank?
Oh yes.
From
that was only in October. Wow. So I mean, there are so many ways. Sometimes you get an SMS message, normal text message, that click on this link to register and win something. We call that one smishing, SMS phishing. So smishing. In the same phishing family, we have spear phishing, when you actually target somebody. For instance, if I wanted my way here, I know that you are influential. I know that if I am able to hook you onto something, I may get access to many more people within this organization. And then there's also whaling. So you see, phishing like you're actually fishing, kind of thing. Then there's whaling.
Whaling is the big one.
The big fish. So the moment I start targeting the directors, the Cs, people in the CFO, CEO, then I'm whaling. Because I know very well that if I were able to get a director, I'm very likely to get much more information than if I get a normal staff member.
Or a receptionist or something.
A receptionist, or and all of those. So social engineering is actually a lot of things. It's a whole discipline on its own when it comes to cybersecurity that we talk about here.
Interesting. Now, to these links that you're talking about, we get that a lot on WhatsApp and people are forwarding to groups to groups in the hope of winning something. Is it that there genuinely wouldn't be anything like that, and so every one of them is fake, Or is that so?
Okay, it's a very good question. So genuinely, there are real ones. For instance, your bank could send you an SMS alert, right? Which I'm sure most of us get. You could have SMS alerts, you could have normal WhatsApp messages. Sometimes you go to a shop, you buy an item, they say, please write your number here.
Yeah.
When they are doing a promo, they send you such links, and you can genuinely connect to these ones and then win. But you see, the problem arises when people do not do due diligence.
Yeah.
So as an example, the bank I save with, when I'm getting SMS from the bank, it is in all caps. Once a while, you see something coming from, purporting to be from that same bank, in lower caps or lower letters.
True.
And you open some of these things, the grammar is not what my primary to DHS has taught me. Exactly. And the few people who even call, a lot of times, you have them fumbling.
True.
Just normal basic English to say, I'm calling from XYZ, you want this and that. And you find them fumbling. And so these are some of the indicators. Yeah, that may. So genuinely, there are some that are real. But on the other hand, there are people who are taking advantage of these things to also put in their own malicious activities. Yeah.
When we talk about the bank accounts, not everybody may have one, but the one that people use easily is transactions on their phone,
Exactly.
which is the Momo. How can we prevent all of these, someone will tell you to put in your PIN, because it sounds so convincing that this is it. I mean, to the ordinary person, what should they be looking out for with the Momo transactions so that their monies are not lost to these unscrupulous people?
Yeah, so, I mean, unfortunately, not all of us can read and write and then maybe access technology the way that has become regular. And so you have people going to the Momo and then saying that, oh, brah, me pin in Gina mami. That is wrong.
That's wrong.
At least for the older folks, our parents, our elder siblings, let's try and get them to at least memorize these PIN codes. No matter what, when it's time to enter the PIN code, do it yourself. But you see, the moment where you give somebody, now that PIN code is personally identifiable information. So the moment you give it to somebody, it's no longer personal. And so that is one of the key things. Yes. So I'm answering this because you mentioned Momo. Yeah. But then with the bank as well, if you are not too sure, visit the bank. It won't take anything away from you. You would rather visit the bank and be sure of your safety than take the easy way out and then have somebody do you that.
But also the understanding, is it that generally we aren't cautious enough, security cautious enough to be able to detect some of these things, and so anything
well, not necessarily. You see, the interesting thing is this: we are different people. Our psyche are different. Now, I'm going to use this to answer you. Some of the reasons why social engineering works. One, authority. If somebody calls you and they speak with a voice tone that seeks to mimic somebody in authority, usually the first thing is we kind of crumple. Say, hey, who could this be? They may have seen your CV at Kofi Brookman Seller or a Browning Cartier and taken that, seen something about you, called you and tried to, offer you a job and all that. Sometimes you feel like, ish, meanwhile, somebody's doing me a door like this. Let me give out information. So, I mean, it's a whole lot of things, my brother. If you have people who are doing social media mining, so I'm looking at you, this lady could have some influence. I start looking up social media. Once I get your name, that is all. And I mean, coming in here, I've heard your name already. So I could just go to Facebook, search for people bearing your name. If I see your image, now I can copy that image, right, and do a search of your image. Every social media platform that has your image comes up. I see your username. So I start
reading
looking
about
for information. Exactly.
Then you come closer, you bait me, you be baiting me.
Baiting, exactly. That is the word. Another reason why social engineering works is religion, unfortunately. Yes. Because I have seen stuff where people have asked you, and when I say religion, I'm not talking about, say, Christianity only or Islam only, religion generally. People have done stuff like, okay, send this to 7 people, else you get bad luck for 7 days. And all of these. People, people follow these things.
If you don't click on
you get bad luck and all of those things. Frustration is another thing. Poverty is another thing. You've won this. You're thinking about how am I going to survive the day? And you've won some free food, some free money, some free fuel voucher. I mean, who doesn't like free things? So the key thing is this. If it is too good to be true, Charlie,
don't go there.
Be on the lookout.
Mohammed, we're going very, very soon. But then what this awareness you are telling us, what is your outfit doing more to sanitize or educate people, for people to know? Because I am hearing this for the first time. Even though we do see it, we might not know that it's called social engineering.
Yeah.
What is your outlet doing more to actually educate people on?
Yes, very, very good question. So in the month of October was Cybersecurity Awareness Month. And so at Okori Systems Limited, what we did was to go out and then preach the cybersecurity word. So we called ourselves the cyber preachers. And we engage as many as about 15 different organizations, some very high profile. I mean, across board, from the financial sector all the way to audit, and so many, about 15 different organizations. And going forward, we have plans of reaching out to schools, you know, from the university level, because it's like cybersecurity is not really propagated that highly. A lot of times you only come and hear about this at the university level, and even that one is a bit basic. So as low as the SHS level, we want to start from there, and then even go deeper down to GHS, because at the level where people are privy to technology, you need to keep them safe on the cyberspace here.
True, and you know, also usually it happens to people that after the incident happens, you're like,
exactly.
Even
Even this popular WhatsApp hack, right? It's happening to people a lot.
Yes, because there are so many WhatsApp groups. They just drop it, someone clicks on it, and it goes on it.
And sometimes people will call you and say, "Oh, I'm calling from XYZ," and you know you have an affiliation.
Yes.
Isn't this Desi? Isn't this Harriet? Oh yeah, Harriet. Okay, so this is your group, blah blah blah. So we are trying to make sure that our members are confirmed. So I'm sending you a code. When the code comes, mention it to me. Make sure nobody hears you. So they are kind of psyching you up. You think that if somebody else hears, it's malicious, but they are actually the perpetrators. You give them the code, the next thing, people start, now, Harry, what is wrong with your WhatsApp? I say, what's the sound number? No, you've been hacked. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mohammed Muftal Dakpo, who is an information security practitioner and also a technology trainer at Okori Systems. I think you will be coming here often for us to talk
Yes. Okay. As long as the opportunity comes, I'll be on standby to join you.
Okay. Let's
Thank you very much.
It's been a good one. I want to say big shout out to Adusei, also at Okori. Thank you for doing the watching.